news, my lovely, wonderful people. The North takes 20% ownership of Nigerian government. The North has ensured that Nigerian government lose 20% ownership of Dangote Refinery as Nnpc fails to supply crude oil. So what has been going on is Dangote Refinery is partly owned by the Nigerian government, but a well-crafted out plan has been put in place to ensure that Nigerian as a nation loses out and Dangote get the whole thing. So this is what is happening right now. Nnpc was supposed to supply crude oil at a particular time with the arrangement and agreement. But guess what? Please go and investigate. The head of Nnpc is from the north and is a well-crafted plan which Tinubu himself will not be able to go against. So these are some of the issues currently happening. And as Dangote smiles to the bank, Nigeria as a nation may be losing out. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. The North makes Nigerian government to lose 20% ownership of Dangote's refinery as Nnpc fails to supply crude oil. Nigeria now runs the risk of losing a significant part of its equality in Dangote's refinery as Dangote smiles to the bank. According to a source at the Ministry of Petroleum Resources in Abuja, this is because it failed to meet its obligation under which the quality acceptance was agreed. Dangote Refinery continued to await Nnpc for crude oil supply so that crude oil can be refined in the country to ease productivity, payment, and all. Recall that 650 barrels of 550,000 barrels Dangote refinery was commissioned in May. Ever since, the refinery has continued to await the supply of crude oil by Nigerian government, particularly from Nnpc. Earlier, Late Nigeria reports that NNPCL shunned Dangote Refinery to swap crude oil for loans with several entitlements. Those in position do not want this money released. They want to ensure that Nigeria continue to refine from overseas so that they will be in charge. According to Business Day report, Nnpc must now meet its crude supply obligation or else Nigeria loses part of equality with African largest refinery currently today. Nigeria's government equality in the refinery cost a total of $2.7 billion, equality of 20%. An agreement of cash payment in part and crude oil supply was reached by both parties. As part of the payment for the 20% equality in the refinery, only $1 billion has been paid in cash by the Nigerian government. The amount paid only guarantees 7% of the equality giant. In addition to the $1 billion payment, Nnpc, according to the agreement reached, was supposed to supply crude oil with $1 billion to the refinery once it was completed. The balance $700 million was supposed to be paid through earnings divided from the operation of the plant. Business Day, however, reported that in its desperation to sell $1 billion worth of crude oil to the Dangote plant, Nnpc is attempting to extract crude oil from domestic producers. This has become a source of concern to stakeholders who feel the strategy could risk further division and investors and divert them from the industry. Meanwhile, Late Nigeria has reported that Dangote Refinery will receive crude oil from Nnpc by December. The biggest African refinery is expected to receive 600 cargoes from a test run. In an earlier report, analysis tracking the refinery development said Dangote Refinery is still several months from full-scale production of fuel, including high quality gasoline. So this is what is happening right about now. Like Dangote is smiling to the bank. Nigeria may be losing a lot because the agreement reached, those who are supposed to be ensuring that they follow all the tenets of the agreement are the very same people who are working against the agreement. This is Nigeria for you. And in case you are not aware, you'll be shocked and surprised at how things are going. So the Nigerian government, they tend to play with what they should take seriously and how they should be able to ensure that things are done decently and in order. So they pretend, they turn away and they pretend as if they are not aware. Why the agreement reached? There should be a system in place where everybody, if you are carrying out your duty, nobody needs to ask you if you have done this or that. What is the job of Nnpc? Nnpc, Nigerian, National Corporation. What is the job of Nnpc? What's going on? And how come, somebody has to keep tab on them to ensure that things are done properly? Nnpc send crude oil as at when due. Now, the problem is they have cleverly ensured that, they do not send when they should. And Nigerian government, with all the investment, you don't know that it was Nigerian money, their money, my money, that they used to build this refinery that we are seeing right now. Oh, yes. And the agreement for Nigeria to have a part in it is gradually being eroded because Nigeria as a country, the part they are supposed to fulfill in all of this, they did not fulfill it. And what does that tell you? It's called breach of agreement. And when agreement is breached, the other person may have an opportunity to have it all together. And this is exactly what is going on, what is happening now. And in case you have not really paid attention, these are some of the issues that are already staring us all in the face. So it is a matter of serious concern and attention that everybody rises to the occasion and we begin to do all that is needed and necessary to change this country from what it currently is at the moment. So Dangote, in its own part, the refinery is ready, waiting for crude oil to come. Nnpc on his own part has failed to supply crude oil as at when it should due, as at when due. And so it's not on Dangote, it's on Nigeria. And so if Nigeria breached this, it means that they will lose the percent, okay, that they have said, okay, this will be our percent since we build this thing. This will be our percent. So this is what is happening right about now. And every single person can see that they have put system in place to ensure that they are the ones who take over, you see. So it is what it is. And if there is any time where people should arise and ensure that the right thing is done, is now more than ever before. So we need to ensure that we do everything humanly speaking possible. God bless. Have a good day. Bye for now.